Hi. Is there anything I could possibly help you with today? Browsing for a new console? Sounds like wonderful news. Is there any chance that I could help you maybe deciding on one? Sounds great. So, do you have a budget in mind or a preference of console today? Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely work with that budget. Yeah, that sounds great. So, around that budget, then I would say you're probably looking at our PlayStation 4 bundles we have going on right now. How does that sound? You played on the PS2 and 3? Okay, and did you like those? That's great. Yeah, right now is a really good time to pick up one of the Xbox One or PS4s. Normally at the beginning of a release of a new console, I'm hesitant to suggest one, but they both have their own exclusives for their consoles now, so whichever one you choose, I'm sure you'll find a preference in exclusives for those particular consoles. Great. So, do you want me to have a look up the bundles that we have for you? No problem. Okay, we have two bundles in stock right now. We have the white limited edition Destiny PS4 bundle, and we also have the Uncharted 4 Thief's End 500 gig Jet Black PlayStation 4 bundle. Sound good? Yeah, I'd be more than happy to show you. Personally, I would suggest the Destiny one. It's much more pretty and it's very unique, and they're both actually the same price right now. It's because the Destiny one is a little older than the Uncharted 4 bundle, so they've eventually matched up in price. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to show you. You don't have to commit to a purchase right now or anything. You think you'd be going with PlayStation though? Excellent choice. It's gonna see how many we have in stock. Okay, we have two each left in stock. We had a really good deal over the holidays, so we're just trying to get rid of the rest of the stock. I'll show you the basic concept of the bundle you'll be getting. So as you know, every PlayStation bundle comes with one DualShock and a standard 500 gig PS4. You can upgrade this if you would like, but this is the basic one that I'll be showing you. This one also includes Destiny, the Taken King. Okay. As you can see, it's a very pretty console. And this basically has the universe, or what you would see as the map from Destiny, imprinted very delicately on the PS4. So a couple of unique features about this set is that it doesn't come in white, it comes in glacier white. It also comes with one DualShock that look like this. We can also give you this in black. We have plenty of those in stock. It's a very good size for start players with PS4. Of course, you can upgrade with an external hard drive at any point, but it's a very good size for games like Destiny and Final Fantasy, which are about 50 gigs a game. You'll find that the bulky games you'll be playing on there won't take up too much space. So which one do you think would be your preference? They're both the same price. Destiny one, okay, that's an excellent choice. This one, of course, has its unique qualities. The jet black one, of course, you can't really go wrong with it. but it's always nice sometimes to have something a little different going on in your collection of consoles. So you comfortable with the color choice and everything included in the pack? Okay, that's great. It's good to get you started on a console. Now, before we continue, are you signed up to our rewards program? No, I know these things can take a long time, but I promise you it'll be nice and quick if we sign you up. You get 10% off your first purchase, and I figured if you're gonna get something of that price tag, then we could try and sign you up maybe. Yeah, I just need a couple of details. I'm just gonna ask you first name, surname, things like that. No problem. Thank you so much. I promise this won't take long. So, can I grab your first name? Okay. And your surname? Okay. And can I get a phone number? Okay, can you just say the last 2 digits again? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I figured we'd go on just a couple more personal questions here. I was curious what types of games that you would like, so that if you would like to find any games to accompany your new console today. Sure. Yeah. Okay. RPGs, me too. I like those too. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And just to get a feel for the types of games and consoles you'll be purchasing in the future, just for our big database, we were just curious what consoles you do own and what you have owned and what you were looking to own. So let's start with the ones that you do own. Okay. That's great. And would you be considering looking at finding any games for that console? You don't use that one so much? Okay. Okay. Any more? Okay. And consoles you're intending to purchase in the future or are interested in? Okay. Yeah, I was really interested in that one too. I hope that it succeeds and does really well. I know sometimes when consoles come out they go wrong or they're not quite as what we anticipated of them, but hopefully that one will be really good. Fingers crossed. Okay. Okay. So you're all signed up and you'll be getting 10% off your first purchase with us today. Now, how would we like for you to stay in contact today? Well, we can send you notifications through post, email, or text. You'd prefer post and email? Okay, no problem. Now for the post, I'm going to require an address, if that's okay. Yeah, not a lot of people sign up through post anymore, but if you do sign up through post with us, you have a higher chance of receiving coupons and discounts, little brochures from each season, and you tend to get heavier discounts that way. Yeah, it's a bigger treat to those who decide to go with that route. Okay, so let's grab that address then. Okay. Okay. Can I get the street name? Okay. That's great. And a postcode. Okay, that's you all signed up with 10% off your first purchase. Excellent. Okay, so would you be interested in accompanying your console of any games today? You would? Okay, well, you're in a lot of luck because we got a lot of games to show you. Okay, so judging by the genres you told me you liked, I'm going to work off that and show you a few games that might suit your tastes. I figured I'd start off with something a little special and exclusive to the PlayStation, and this is World of Final Fantasy. Have you played any Final Fantasy games? You have. That's great news. So you should have a basic feel for what this is then. Okay. So this game is actually quite long. To beat the general game is about 40 hours. You'll find that's kind of typical of Final Fantasy though, wouldn't you say? Yeah. But if you're a completionist, this is about 80 hours. This edition, we have all the editions here, but this one is the limited edition one. And this comes with all the day one assets, including some DLC and the art book, if you'd like to have a peek at that before purchase. So this one says on the back, with the power to become tall and small, Rain and Lan are led to the world of Grimoire by a mysterious figure to rediscover their past and save the future. So basically the premise of the story is that your two main characters, who are both playable, wake up one day with amnesia and they're trying to rediscover who they are and what their purpose is as characters in the Final Fantasy world. This game is really interesting, really long, but it's more like Final Fantasy Tactics than the general Final Fantasy games. So this game is more like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and Tactics than the general Final Fantasy games. Yeah. Basically, essentially, the plot of this game in terms of gameplay is to stack mirages on top of each other and collect them throughout the game so that your characters become more powerful. Now, you do start off with this particular character, who is a stackable character but is unique to your two characters. But like all the classic Final Fantasies, this includes all the typical villains and monsters that you would normally acquire. There are Moogles, Cactuars, Chocobos, there are Tomberries. And another interesting thing about this game is you can summon legendary heroes from old games. So you'll see Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy V, Yuna, Tidus, and Riku from 10, and you also see Sephiroth and Cloud from 7. So I really believe this game is for new and old fans of Final Fantasy. One thing you'll notice about this is that the art style is in two separate styles. The first style reminds me more of Kingdom Hearts than Final Fantasy, and the second style is a chibi style, so all the characters are very small and cute. Now, the reason for this was that the executive producer noticed that over the years younger people were not playing Final Fantasy, so he asked the art director to draw up some ideas, and he came up with the chibi style to encourage very young people to play this game. It's very family friendly, however, I don't know if it works for the younger audience. It's a very, very complicated game, well, essentially to pick up. Eventually you get very much used to it, but I find the other Final Fantasies a lot more simple to follow. However, the story is less intense in this one. This is a one-player game, and it's not online, no. What do you think? You to see the art book, I am more than happy to show you. You'll also notice aeons from some of the previous games in this. So this is the art book that it comes with. It's very pretty. And it's the disc. So I'll just show you a couple. These are your two characters. This is Rain and Lan. And they are both twins. We also have two other characters. I always thought the character on the left would be really cool to cosplay. That's Anna. These are some of the other characters you can summon. Tama on the bottom left there is your unique Mirage, who you can take with you throughout the game. And I won't spoil it for you, but there's a lot of different characters. Now the stackable ones are your Mirages, and you'll notice some of these Aeons who have appeared in several of the Final Fantasy games. We have Ifrit and Shiva, and these can be almost evolved in a way to become more powerful. Let's give you a little bit more of a feel. So this is Ramo, again, who's one of the summons from the old games, and Carbuncle, who is really, really cute. I think everybody loves Carbuncle. Now this also does come with the DLC, which is the Lycan Sephiroth Summon, the White Chocobo Mirage, the Glow Moogle Mirage, and the Red Bonnet Mirage. So, do you think this would take your fancy? It's certainly got a lot of gameplay hours out of it. Yeah, that's great. Excellent news. I'll be sure to stack that with your console for you. So would you be interested in looking at any more Final Fantasy merchandise or games? Yeah, we have 15. This is the Day 1 edition. So, how many of the Final Fantasies have you played? Okay. Okay. Well, do you know much about this one? No. Well, this one has a much more simple story than the ones you've played. It's very easy to follow. But, as I'm sure you've seen from the trailers, there's lots of new concepts in this, including cars. Yeah, this one for me personally took about 50 hours to finish the story. I did lots of side quests on the side, but for completionist's sake, you could be over 100 hours for this game. There's a lot more interesting things to do than the story. I personally thought the story was okay, it was kind of bland, but the game alone is fantastic for its gameplay. Games like 10 can get very tedious with grinding, but this one I've found that it never got old because there were so many different creatures to grind. But this is the Day 1 edition. I'll just read to you what it says on the back. Out on the road with his closest friends, Prince Noctis hears unsettling news. His homeland has fallen to the Empire, with his father, his fiancée, and he himself reported dead. Unsure of what to believe, he knows only one thing. He must make his way home and take back what is rightfully his. So this is a one-player game, and it's about 50 gigs on the PlayStation. This one has lots of playable characters in it. There is Prompto, who uses guns. There is Ignis, who uses daggers. There is Gladio, who uses large great swords, and Noctis, who uses lighter swords. But this also accompanies the movie that recently came out, which is Kingsglaive. I personally liked the movie. I know a lot of people didn't, but I think this accompanies the game very well. I think if you don't play the game, it can seem very trivial by itself, but I really think they accompany each other really well. Me personally, I was a little nervous jumping into this game. I assumed I wouldn't like it, but I would personally recommend it to you. It has plenty of hours of gameplay in it, so it's worth the money. It introduces new concepts, and it also really does do what it says it would do. So at the beginning of the game it says, for old and new Final Fantasy fans. You don't notice it at first, but as you progress through the game, there are a lot of characters from the old games, one spoiler for you, that you are introduced to again. And you get to ride chocobos, which is always a favourite of mine in the Final Fantasy series. Yeah, I can't really recommend it too much. It's one of those you really have to trust your instincts on. But if you like the old Final Fantasy games, you really should like this one. Yeah. I think this more is almost a concept game and a demonstration of what the developers are going to do in the future. So while some things seem off, it simply is just presenting, I think, what they're going to do in the future. Yeah, go ahead. I think you should get it. Great news. This also comes with a holiday pack if you decide to choose this one. Yeah, the holiday pack can be downloaded right now. There are a few things that are not out for a little while yet. There'll be like a chocobo t-shirt your characters can wear. But at the moment you can download 2 of the accessories that your characters can wear. Yeah, they're very essential in the game. It also comes with 2 skins for the regalia, which is your car in the game. It comes with a yellow chocobo skin, and it comes with a Cindy skin, who is a character in the game. It also comes with a few different DLC swords and weapons for your characters. Don't get too excited about weapons for any type of DLC in a game. Normally you get rid of them within the first couple of hours, but at least for throwbacks, I would say that you should get the DLC for that alone. Okay, I'm so happy I could recommend that for you. That's great. So would you be interested in looking at any other games today? Dishonored? Yep, we have that. Do you want Dishonored 1 or 2? 2, we have that. We have the limited edition one of this, and this one comes with the digital edition of Dishonored 1 if you'd like to go back to that. In my opinion, you kind of need to play 1 to understand 2 properly, but luckily it comes with that. I guess the developers knew that a lot of people might forget the story. So I'll just take you through this one. The game is about 11 hours long for the story, but if you want to wrap up everything in the game, it can take up to about 40 hours or so. I'll just take you through what it says on the back. This is also a single player. Reprise your role as a supernatural assassin in Dishonored 2, the follow-up to Dishonored, winner of over 100 Game of the Year awards. An otherworldly usurper has seized Empress Emily Caldwin's throne. Leaving the fate of the Isles in chaos, play as Emily or Corvo Eterna and travel to Karnaca, the coastal city that holds the keys to restoring Emily to power. Armed with new abilities, gadgets, and weapons, track down your enemies and take back what's yours. So recognize that Corvo and Emily from the previous games. Corvo, being the main character from the first one, is also another main character in this one, if you enjoyed playing as them in the last one. A wonderful new concept that this game has introduced is that you can play as Emily or Corvo, introducing completely different tactics into the game. The chaos system is still there from the first one for Corvo, but Emily has a completely unique and separate set of skills and powers. So it's a really refreshing look at the game. It's set directly after the first one, which is, I think, why they put the first game in with the DLC, just so that you understand what's going on. So I'll just take you through a couple of things of what this includes. Become a living shadow to stalk your targets, link enemies so they share the same fate, mesmerize your foes and dominate their minds, and more. A world where mysticism and industry collide. From the rat-infested streets of Dunwall to the exotic coast of Karnaca, immerse yourself in stylized locals. So the game actually starts in Dunwall, right where the last one finished. Unlike the upgrading system from the last games, you'll now be working with a skill tree as opposed to how you started. This generally got really warm reviews from general critics. I think I got about 7-8 out of 10 in general. I know Steam at least gave it a 7 out of 10, which for a sequel is pretty good, I would say. I think a lot of people seem to like this game. I think it really did the first one justice. Yeah, this also comes with a little bit of DLC too if you choose this one. This one comes with, of course, Dishonored 1, and it comes with the Digital Imperial Assassins pack, which is the Duelist Luck Bone Charm, the Void Favor Bone Charm, Goodbye Karnaca Lawbook, the Antique Circunan Guitar, and 500 coins for the game. So, not particularly exciting DLC for a game, but it's good to get you started and excited for the game. You're looking to get this anyway. That's great. That's really, really great news. One great thing about this game is every mission is unique and completely different from the last one, so you get a fresh experience. Yeah, they really stuck to it being stealth like the last ones. Yeah, they like to make sure that that was a very key role of the games. So we're getting this one. That's great news. Could I possibly show you any more games? A couple more? No problem. I seem to be hitting all the right spots currently, so let's hope we can find some more for you. Now, I do have another Square Enix game for you. This is an exclusive PlayStation title, and this is Dragon Quest Builders. This has to be my game of the year. This took, even when I'm trying to rush through it, about 60 hours to beat the game. It is so addictive. I'll basically explain what it is. So, do you know the Dragon Quest series? Some people call it Dragon Warrior. Vaguely? Okay, well, I'll let you in on it. This is basically like Minecraft for those that don't like Minecraft. And if you like Minecraft and like this, well, that's just double the bonus. This one, basically, you build your own world and you take your character through the world that you create. In order to progress through the game, people give you different quests and you fulfill them. So, if someone requires you to make an armory, or a building room, or a teleportation room, you have to create those things in order to progress through the story. This game is heavily based on Dragon Warrior 1 or Dragon Quest 1, and it follows the story of the hero Erdrick from the first game. You can play as a boy or a girl in this game. They basically don't really have a value to the story, and there is no benefits from choosing either character. But this is heavily addictive and really, really fun. This one is the day one edition also, so this comes along with its own little perks. This is a very, very small game. This is only a gig, surprisingly, on the PlayStation. But this comes with different blocks to cover your world in. You know how Minecraft works, right? That's great. Well, this comes with different, almost, printing for your land. This comes with Springtide Sprinkles recipe, the Slimy block recipe, and the Gold block recipe. Now, I personally would recommend this as a truly one of the most addictive games out there, all the games that I've shown you today. This is very fun and family friendly. I would say anyone can pick this up within 5 minutes. It's really addictive and simple. There are 5 chapters to the story, and each chapter progressively gets harder. So I definitely think that there's something for everyone in this particular game. You're not sure? Well, I tell you what, I think maybe you should go and watch the trailer for the game and maybe a little bit of gameplay, and maybe you'll find out if that's something for you. Do you like games like Little Big Planet? You do? Okay, well, the concept is vaguely similar to that, but heavily like Minecraft. Is that something that you'd be interested in? Yeah? Well, you can go back and watch the trailer, and maybe that this game in the future will be something of interest to you. I think it's a very adorable game. It's completely action, and it never gets dull. Ever. It's not really a lot of side quests to it. It's mainly heavy content, which I find is the most impressive. As you know, a lot of games require you to grind for a long time or do things like that in order to progress. This is just story focused, and side quests don't really exist in this game. So I think maybe old fans of Dragon Quest would probably appreciate this than newbies to the game, but I definitely think that there might be something for everyone with this game. I'll come back to that. Okay, no problem. So possibly any more games I could show you today? No? Okay. I think we may have hit our budget. Okay. Just to confirm with you, we're going to get the World of Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 15, and we'll also be getting Dishonored 2, right? And we'll be getting that with the limited edition Destiny bundle, is that correct? Sounds great. And you sure there's nothing else I can do for you today? Okay, excellent news. Well, I really hope that you enjoy all the games. And be sure to come back if you need to sell any games or bring any new ones from us. We're always happy to help you. Okay, so if you wanted to pick up your ticket number and bring it to the cashier, they would be more than happy to take care of you of your purchases today. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. You've been such a wonderful customer, and I really do hope to see you again soon. Alrighty, you take care now. Bye.